Yo, welcome back to Pleasure Bound. Pleasure Rebels. We're so excited for this one. Today, we're chatting with one of my favorite humans, my dear friend, Gabriel Rodreick, also known as Freaque, the brilliant artist behind the sexy, swampy, soulful music you've been hearing every time you tune in here. The mystery is now over. Gabriel is a musician and multidisciplinary artist and one of the most integrous people I know. Together we dive into disability, creativity, pleasure, grief, kink, play, and what it means to keep following your body's wisdom into new territory. So light a candle, get cozy, and enjoy this beautiful conversation with the one and only Freaque. Gabriel, the man, the myth, the legend, the sexy motherfucker. What's up, my friend? How are you?
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me.
So excited. Welcome to Pleasure Bound. You guys, this is kind of history right now. We have now everything is going to become clear in terms of the music that you have been hearing only little bits of. You haven't been hearing the sexiest part of it.
Here I am.
So when you let's just get into it. When you think about, we've had so much that we've collaborated on and late night, midnight conversations that have changed my life and helped me feel so comforted and seen and sane and helped me expand as a disabled human. And I was just thinking about, when you think about your life growing up, we've talked about this before, but how do you think pleasure and joy existed and thrived for you as a child? What did that look like for you? How was it present in your youth? How did that pleasure and joy kind of shape you?
In my youth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pleasure and joy came directly from my body. I was a really active kid. I played a lot of sports. I played piano. I started piano at a very young age, 3 or 4 years old. And I played for about 11 or 12 years. And I loved being outside. I'd run around barefoot in the heart of Minneapolis, South Side.
Represent.
I'd have calloused feet and spent a lot of time at Powderhorn Park with my friends that I grew up with. And so much of that pleasure and joy came from, feeling the world with my hands and my feet and just throwing my body around wherever I could go. Yeah, and then music was such a huge part of that too. I played piano for most of my childhood, and I started writing music when I was about 12 years old. I actually made a little album that I sold at my high school to actually raise money for my trip to Costa Rica where I had my injury. It's kind of a devastating
Shut up, I never knew this.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
where's this album now? Why have I not heard this?
That's a really good question. I think my mom might have a couple. We printed 200 or something, and I sold a ton of them for $5. I was just dealing them out of my backpack at school.
What was your cover art? Do you remember that?
The cover art. I don't really remember what the cover art was. I think it was something. It was something cheesy, The Sky or something.
I need one.
And it was called Musical Nights with Gabe.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at you, little hustler.
Mm-hmm. I've been
Gosh.
hustling a long time.
Creative and resourceful.
And it's I mean, like, I know we both, I mean, I went to the Arts High. You were supposed to go to the Arts High for music. You went for a little bit, I think, right?
Yeah, I went for a month to Purpose Center for the Arts. And
it was kind of like
actually,
in the middle of your transformation.
Yeah, I mean, it was really early on. I had my injury in July, and I ended up at Purpose in November. So that was like, maybe it was December. It was like 6 months. 6 months in, I wanted to give it a shot, and gave it a shot, and it felt bad. It just didn't feel good. Knowing what I know now, I wish I would have stayed, like, because I've just been doing music for like, I don't know, 14 years now, and post injury. And I think if I knew what I know now, it really would have benefited me being there. But I just wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready to like not be able to play piano and sing, because I was like just starting to sing, and I lost all my breath capacity. And have since figured out how to maintain that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you really had to transform how you were a musician.
Yeah, and it took probably a good 3 years to like, I remember the day that I figured it out. I was in my gym at my dad's house. We built a gym in the garage with our neighbor Juris, who's like this genius artist contractor dude. And I was sitting in there riding the FES bike or something, and Ray LaMontagne comes on. And I start singing along, and I'm like, well, what if I just tried to sound like Ray LaMontagne? And so I did, and I was like, oh my God. Like, literally just found my voice with Ray LaMontagne serenading me while I was working out. And I don't know, it was probably 6 months later, I moved out of my parents' homes. I was 19, moved in with two of my best friends, and a couple months later started a band with a bunch of kids I grew up with. It was called Treading North, and we played around the city like from 2012 to 2017. And yeah, just hit up a bunch of my childhood friends and started this like really big 7-piece band. And we just started playing around the city.
I remember it. It was awesome.
Yeah. We probably played close to 200 shows around the cities and around the Midwest. Yeah. And
your voice changed so much during that time.
Yeah, it was a huge change. It feels like it's still changing. So yeah, played in that band for 5 years, and then we just kind of fell apart because everybody wanted to do new things. A couple people moved away, and it was sad, but I was ready to like dive into my own stuff. And 2017, 2018, I started Freaque, which is spelled Freaque, and solo project. I started out just playing with a pencil in my wrist brace on a keyboard, just plucking notes along while I sang. I played with accompaniment, with a guitar, usually a buddy playing guitar. And that was started in 2018, which also was the year that A Cripple's Dance started, which is part of the Move Me documentary. And have since, been making music, dancing across the city, across the state, across Midwest mostly. Done one big national tour, all DIY. Yeah, it's been kind of a wild ride.
You're really quite impressive. All of this is so cool for me to hear. I mean, like, as I was doing a little like research, kind of snooping and stalking, trying to learn a little bit, I saw a video of you with that exact like pencil on like a grip playing keyboard. And I just think it's so cool. Like, you may have been a musician from a young age, but then to return to something in a new body, like, I just started learning to play piano.
Oh, cool.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
And to sing while you're doing that is a lot to ask of your body and mind, and you're good. And it's
Thanks.
just really impressive.
And
I didn't
you're
mean for that to
good.
sound shocking. Like, you're freaking great.
But he's like exceptionally good. Like, just saying,
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
So good. And I wanted to circle back to something. So that time in your gym with Ray,
Just me and Ray.
You should send him flowers. You should tell him that story. Like, seriously, write him a letter and fucking tell him. I bet that would mean so much to him. Like, dude, you saved my life, my career, my relationship with music in a way by helping me find my voice after losing my first instrument. That's fucking crazy awesome.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. Your voice as an instrument too, like, you guys are talking about like a transformation. Did you, and you said that your voice changed like after your accident. How can you like walk me through? Like, are you a deeper singer, or do you like hold your breath differently, or how's that work?
Yeah, I think it, I mean, even before my injury, I was in the process of puberty, and my voice was, in the process of dropping. And yeah, I think when I was singing with Ray, I think it's a feeling more than anything, like a feeling that you're reaching for in your voice. And speaking of like pleasure, like, what feels good? Like, when you're singing, what feels good? Does it feel good when you're singing? And I had a moment of, oh, this shit feels good. Like, I've never felt like this when I'm singing. And I was just trying rasp. Like, I was trying to like that, like, what do they call it? Vocal, it happens all the time when I'm speaking because I don't have
fry.
And I imagine vocal fry. Yeah, it's still like, and that happens a lot when I sing. I make use of a lot of that, which is not great for your, like, technically, if you want to save your voice, that's really bad for your voice, as far as I know. But you follow the good feeling, knowing that it might hurt, you might suffer something, but it feels too good to not do it that way. So, and that's what I've just been doing ever since. I've just been following my voice. Like, where does it want to go? And I've experimented a lot with my falsetto, and just finding ways to make it feel good and new and fresh. And that also comes with like finding out how to create power from my breath. And it's a lot of use of the rest of my body. I lean over a lot to like push down on my diaphragm using my body's weight.
Yeah, totally. Can you tell the audience what it feels like to live in your body, like what your experience is like, so people who can't see you can grasp your reality?
Yeah, I'm 33-year-old white guy, short, salt and pepper beard and hair, blue eyes, long face, wearing a Bob Marley t-shirt, which I don't very often do. But today I was like, hell
it's true.
yeah. And Yeah, I have a C5 spinal cord injury, kind of C4, C5-ish. And yeah, I have no control over my hands, my wrists. I have very limited lat muscles. And then everything below that, I don't have any like volitional control over. My body is in pain the majority of time. I have a lot of nerve pain, a lot of muscular pain. I have scoliosis. It's like a 10 or 15% curve, which creates a lot of muscular body pain, structural pain. I just had my 18-year rebirth day, as Kelsey uses, and I think I'm going to adopt it on Monday, July 6th. It's been 18 years, and that's come with a lot of... This year, it's been a lot of gratitude and feeling the weight of my body and the pain it goes through, but so thankful for the people and my support system and everything around my body. So that's been feeling good in my body. Yeah. How's that description for you?
I was thinking, that's great. That's perfect. Really laid it all out there.
I think that's great.
When I think about your work, I think about this this contribution that you make to our disability community, to I think a lot of like marginalized people, honestly, and to like the like larger collective, and the fact that you're like flipping the script, you're telling this like unabashed truth. And it's just like feels so much like activism to me. And it at the same time feels like it's like therapy and like self-discovery for you. And you speak so poetically about your experience living in your disabled body that it just feels like it's for you and you're shifting cultural narratives. And I wonder, like, what has it been like for you to unleash that truth in your way? Like, did you intend, like when you started writing, like, you know, about your experience, what was the engine behind that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of engines going on. My first thought is the ego. Like, you know, the ego wants your story to be heard, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it was the main engine is what I learned from my body and from my voice. Like, follow impulse, follow what feels good. It's always been something deep of just like following impulse and following what feels good. And honestly, it was really easy to do early on because there was so much inside of me, so much story, so much trauma, so much feeling. And like the first few years of being in that band Treading North, it's like the shit was just falling out of me. It was like effortless. And as I've been getting older, it's harder. I think for a lot of different reasons, but I'm finding it to be harder to follow those impulses.
Why do you think that is?
It feels like so many different things, but lately it's just like my body's just tired, and I'm working, I'm doing a lot of other stuff. And a lot of what I'm doing is in service to others and trying to help them tell their stories. Like I teach at this place called Young Dance in St. Paul, Minneapolis, or St. Paul, Minnesota. And I also do a lot of like just one-on-ones with people who are looking to, like, I was sitting down one-on-one with my middle school teacher for a while. We were like for
Awesome.
2
Wow.
years, like every month we'd sit down, and for 50 years she'd been journaling every day, and hadn't ever really written anything for like other people to read. And now she's getting a like a memoir or autobiography, something published. And it's been really cool to see that happen for her.
What did your one-on-one work look like together? Like you were teaching movement?
No. This was just like sitting at a table talking about writing.
Got it.
And trying to get her to tell her story. Pretty much like what I've been doing for the last 12, 14 years with music and dance. So I've been finding that while I don't think it's a bad thing that it's getting in the way, but like teaching and helping and supporting others to tell their story is actually kind of getting in the way of me telling my own story. And that's been a big focus of mine, and it's felt really good, but I also miss music. I miss making. And I feel sad that I'm not making more, but I also feel really happy about supporting others, making their stories and telling their stories.
Can you feel me in this silence? The solitary skin I'm in. Oh, can you read me on this island? My will is breaking free. Wanna feel you, but my body's in ice. Ocean stole my right to feeling right.
Yeah, it's like a different season of creativity and like just a different season of life. Like it's almost like you're in a gestation period for your work.
Yeah, and I think about A Cripple's Dance a lot too, because that was like the last big thing that I feel like where I was like, this is my story, and this is hear me, see me doing my thing.
Will you tell everyone what A Cripple's Dance was?
Yeah, A Cripple's Dance was a live music and live dance production, and I got a bunch of musicians and artists with spinal cord injuries together to do a live music, live dance performance. And it was very much like, at least the first one was very much from, I was pulling from my experience, and the second one that Kelsey was involved in was kind of a little more of both of our experiences, but was probably still a little bit more my experience because of the music that we were using. And I think back to that period and I'm like, that was a heavy lift. Like, that was such a heavy lift. And in some ways I feel like I'm still recovering from it. Because of how heavy the lift was. And it felt
way?
so vulnerable.
I mean, I know that
so
it was for me
vulnerable.
too, but yeah.
Yeah, it was so vulnerable. And like getting on the floor out of your chair in front of all these people and in front of my friends and the people I was playing music with and dancing with, and just really like putting it out there was hard work, but it was like necessary work, and it was medicinal in many ways. And in some ways I don't think I was like quite ready for it. It just like, again, I was just following impulse. I was just like 2 years before that happened, I was like, you know what, I want to dance. And then 2 years later I made this piece and I was dancing, and emotionally I was like, it was so good for me, but I don't think I was quite ready for like the weight of it all. And you know, that's debatable because it happened, so I was ready in a lot of ways.
Yeah, like I almost feel like it's not over in that way.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
like I think we all kind of felt that way when it ended. And it was such a heavy time. Like for me, my dad was dying and we were making a film about it, about like this for me, which was what was a return to dance. And you know, like doing it through your music, and you're starting to dance for the first time. So it was like all of these really momentous things, like benchmarks of our lives happening at the same time. It felt like very divine also, because like just the team of humans that came together was so perfect and joyful and supportive and dynamic. I mean, it was like, for me as a performer, like having made live music and dance productions before, I never thought I'd be able to do that again. And to do that with other disabled people, to my friend's music who knows my fucking experience, to like choreograph to that was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is like, thank you, spirit, like served up on a fucking silver platter. And in that way,
It's
for me,
so
like,
dreamy.
yeah, like it doesn't feel like, I mean, we're still collaborating now on a different project. Like it doesn't feel like a Cripple's Dance is over. I would agree that it was like so big.
Well, if there's ever a part 3, I'm totally crashing the party.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are such true artists, and like it sounds like I had questions about like what inspires you. Is it pain or pleasure? Like your story, and it sounds like you're just intuitively creating, like as you feel called. But do you find that you feel more alive in any point of inspiration? Like I find that I can only write when I'm angry or like releasing something. Do you have moments?
Yeah, and I think that's been another part of, I think, why it's feeling hard to create lately, because I think that the inspiration is shifting for me, because for the last 14 years it's been grief, it's been darkness, it's been the mud, the dirt, the like down deep down in the earth, that kind of shit. And I've just been like pulling shit up from there, like digging in the mud, reaching for these little glowing, scrumptious, tasty little things and putting them in my mouth and saying, yes, this is so good. And it's so dripping wet and tasty. And now I'm finding that I've kind of exhausted all that. And I'm finding like I can't really find those things quite as much as I used to. And I'm feeling it shift towards light, and like,
this is the lotus. Like you did the mud, or you've done at least that chapter. Like you did so much of the mud work, and now you're like, this is my lotus time. Like I think about Caged and like It Hurts When You Touch Me, and this and like the transformation that had to happen for you to go from those songs to Drip for Me, which is like completely different approach to you talking about your relationship with sexuality.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it's been this slow transition. It's funny that you see Drip for Me as part of that, because it was so hard to write that song. It took me like 2 years, 3 years. And I actually had a friend of mine help me finish it. Because I just couldn't do it. Because I was like, I don't know where this needs to go. And
Wow.
yeah, and I think I find it in the like metaphors and images that I like sort of converse with throughout the day. Like, it's always been the swamp, it's been the bog, it's been the mud, and lately it's been lava, it's been the sun, it's been heat, like still, wet and dripping, but like maybe it's just I'm just trying to go deeper. I don't know what it is, because lava is past the mud,
like the
so who
core,
knows?
right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's also that like fire energy. Like
Yeah,
before
it's
it
out.
was like earth and like blood and stone and like this really like almost like it reminds me of like ancestral fucking wounds and like that kind of digging and unearthing. And now it feels like you're like in the like fire energy of like heat and sensuality. Like yeah, it's sexy. It feels more like oh, I'm here. Thanks. Like I'm going to talk about some nasty shit cuz I'm nasty and I like it.
Yeah. Oh, just wait till you hear Mudstick.
Mudstick. Oh my god, I can't wait. This is a song you're working on right now?
Yeah, it's finished as a song, but it needs to be recorded, and it is rank, I'll tell you that.
Love it.
Oh, I'm excited.
We like it rank around here.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Gladly. What yeah, I'm curious about like, did Drip for Me feel like a new plane for you?
Drip for Me feels like the bridge from the muddy, mucky creative work to the more fiery place that I feel much more unfamiliar with. And I think what I'm feeling lately is sort of lost in the smoke and don't really know where I am or what I'm doing, but I can, again, there's like an impulse there and I'm following it, but it's like taking longer. It has to be more intentional, I think. Which feels strange because for the first, it's not familiar and I don't know it. And it also, I didn't even really think about this, but it bumps up against a lot of like shame that I have around sex and my body, and like growing up Christian there was a lot of shame wrapped up around that kind of stuff. And like with the song Mudstick, I've found myself like when we perform it, I give a little like preface or a disclaimer, because I'm like, this is like some shit and I didn't even know this was inside of me, but here it is and it's crazy, and it's been really well received and people really like it. I've been feeling really like cautious and hesitant because it interacts really closely with a lot of the shame that I carry around sex in my body.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a lot to work through. And it's like you're healing it on stage with other people. Like, how fucking powerful, how rich is that? You know, like, I wonder how that will change. Like, how if you'll stop prefacing it or it'll stop feeling like maybe somewhat of an apology or like a brace yourselves, you know, like as you evolve with it.
Totally. That's what it's felt like. It's kind of felt like this. I need to prove that this is like worth
I'm worthy of
the battle.
this.
Yeah, I'm worthy of this, which I don't think I need to do necessarily, but it's part of the process, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and then what you're saying about like doing it with other musicians, I think I've spent the last 8 years since I started Freak, like trying to find the right people to play with. And just in the last year, I feel like I've found the right people. And so that's why I've been bringing Mudstick to the table. I've been wanting to do like more writing with these people. And right now we're actually talking about touring because I just got a fellowship from this arts organization that wants to help me tour, do like a national thing next year. And so it's felt really vulnerable to like let these people into this music. But it's only been welcomed with like praise and warmth and excitement, really. And I couldn't ask for any other sort of reception from my collaborators.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I love that for you. I think, art and creating, birthing something is such a vulnerable practice. And that's just one piece, right? Like the creation part of it. And then to like overcome the maybe like a little bit of apprehension or fear to then share that with the world is really a courageous step and a gift for all of those of us who get to receive it. As we've been talking throughout this episode, it sounds like you've really had quite a journey with your artistic practices that kind of intertwine with pleasure. And we spoke to what pleasure looked like in the beginning of your life. And I would love to know where you sit today. Like, what is currently bringing you the most pleasure? And is it still your creative practices, or is there other ways you touch with intimacy in your life?
Yeah, I think there are a few things coming up. The first is definitely dance. Dance comes to mind. It's a complicated relationship because it's not always the most pleasurable thing, but I think it is sort of again medicinal in like building a different relationship with my body and
Totally.
following what feels good. And that's what I'm learning about where I teach at this place called Young Dance. Their mantra is like move how it feels good in your body. And that at first I was like, I don't know what that means. Or I was like, I'm just gonna move however I want. And now five years into working there, I'm like really starting to understand it. I'm like, oh, you mean I can just move however it feels good? I get, I get the like the message behind or the meaning behind the message, like, and so I've been like, again, like taking that and putting that into practice and trying to put it into practice in the rest of my life. And yeah, I think another place is just sex. And again, a really complicated relationship, which you guys are talking about all the time. But like, yeah, following that pleasurable impulse. And it's hard to do.
Especially when you can't feel from the chest down.
Yeah,
Or it
especially,
hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm finding myself really interested in starting to explore kink.
Yeah.
And play and different forms of touch and different people. Like I'm polyamorous, so I
Mhm.
I think it's a really beautiful practice to experience pleasure from different people and like how this person has sex and how this person does kink. And I'm very baby at it. Like I feel really really early on in that exploration.
But it is such a exciting one.
Yeah, totally.
It
And
opens up so
mean-
much for so many people, but like people with disabilities, it's like, oh, I don't have to have heteronormative, like
right.
linear sex where there's just the end goal and it has to look like this.
Yeah.
Totally.
And yeah, so I think to sort of wrap all that up, I think something that has been moving into the position of my North Star is play. Like, find ways to play wherever you
Yes.
are, whatever you're doing. Because that's what I did when I was a kid, like,
Yeah.
Shit, man.
How
That's
can I
all I
play in this body?
That's all we did when we were kids. We would just play and play and play. And we've forgotten how to do that. And I'm so interested in seeking that in my body and in my heart and mind,
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. We need that. Like Einstein said, the best form of research is play. And I feel like play, pleasure, is like all of it is a form of resistance from this like fast-paced, high-demand world to come
Yeah.
back home to our bodies and ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
definitely.
curiosity.
And not just for ourselves, but learning how to play together.
Yes.
Like, how do I, because I can play and have fun, but is everybody else having fun? Is that play, or is that something sinister, like, how can,
Communication, consent.
yeah, how does everybody feel when we're playing together? Does it feel like we're playing together? Yeah.
Right. There has to be that care, that deep element of care that's like, and communication and curiosity, those big C words that are gonna like guide this like really magical form of intimacy then.
Drip for me. Tell me all you need. I'll give you raw dogs, feasting out your moon bone, lubricated vinegar. I want that drool to drip on me. Down my chin, down my neck, down my chest. Get it all on me. I want you my mess. Drip for me. Drip for me.
It's so expansive, like being able to approach your sexuality again and detach it from, the way you thought it is supposed to be, the way it was, any sort of comparison. I think like for us, it's like we need that in order to like feel like it's possible to feel good. Yeah. What do you think is the most creative or like important facet that contributes to your relation? Well, I guess we kind of just touched on that. So I'm going to rescind that question.
Wait, what were you going to say though?
Well, I was thinking like, what do you think is the most creative or important facet for you that contributes to like the way you explore pleasure now? But I feel like we did answer that with like curiosity and kink
Well,
and yeah.
Yeah, I think play is a huge part of it, but I think there are steps maybe leading up to that. And the first thing I'm thinking of is just courage and bravery. Like
Totally.
take the risk, you know, like go for it. Even if it feels weird or it doesn't feel the same as it once did, or the way that you thought it would feel. And having the courage to open yourself up and say yes to play and just being a goofball, like, because I find myself, you know, I think I am a playful person and I'm very creative, but I am also very serious, and I think I'm always examining that, and I find that I get really nervous in those moments. I get really like shy in those moments where it's like, oh, we're about to start playing. This is new. This is fresh. And
Yeah.
sometimes I have the courage to go there and sometimes I shy away from it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which is all fair.
I think that's why, like, you talking about like it being play is so important. So it takes the pressure off. Like, let's laugh. Like, let's be allowed to laugh. And like, if something's awkward or funny, like, just lean into it. Like, this
Right.
doesn't have to
Yeah.
be perfect and like perfectly sexy like the movies the whole time.
Yeah.
And also that like that no's can exist too. Like, and that no's
Totally.
don't kill the vibe.
Yes.
Like,
Mhm.
if we're playing and then you or somebody does something and somebody says no, that it doesn't have to kill the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because
It
it's
doesn't have
just
to bring shame into the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can redirect, you can play with no's, like, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh, that sounds like a fun game.
It is a fun game in the like sub dom kind
Ooh,
of.
it's very bratty, very bratty.
Yeah.
I'm a little brat. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
No was actually my first word. Fun fact.
Haha.
Yeah.
My first word was hot, actually.
Stop
Look at
it.
us sexy motherfuckers.
And you're in your season of fire. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I know, dude. I'm out the womb right now.
In the
I
year of the fire
love
horse.
it.
You are like
I feel like
right
you're a
on time.
salamander right now, kind of.
Yep.
Like a sexy little salamander.
I'm a slimy little bitch, let me tell you.
I'm a
Ooh, baby.
slimy boy. I love that we're all in our like kink phase. It's so fun, exciting. I want to go to a kink party in Minneapolis.
Dude, let's go.
Ooh, I want to go. You guys, I want to come.
Okay, come with.
Bring your asses to Minneapolis. Although I just met with a friend the other day who is like a professional kinkster and was like,
Okay.
you know, there's not a ton of like specifically accessible kink parties going on in Minneapolis. Like, if you really want to go to that kind of stuff, you got to go to New York or LA, like, because that's where it's like prominent
Going
enough that they're
off.
thinking about accessibility now, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also thought about something you said, like, when you first started dancing, you know, you're like, how do I do this? Like, oh, I'm just going to move. And then you had this breakthrough of, I'm just going to move how it feels good. And I remember, like, you know, Kate and I, both being dancers, have had similar experiences where you're like, how the fuck am I going to do this now? How is this going to feel good? And you said once, I bring my grief to the dance floor with me. And I think that's such an important thing as just a human to know that, like, whatever it is you're stepping into, like, I see that in your work, that you're being authentic with all of it. Like, it can all be there together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that it can exist with the play.
Right.
Yeah. And that's such a deep like juxtaposition to hold, and I think it takes a lot of practice and a lot of courage to like be able to hold those two things at the same time. And it also makes me think of like being in the right space for it, being with the right people who are willing and even to a certain extent know how to be there with you or hold that with you.
Yeah, there's some intimacy and trust you have to create. Yeah, totally. Kate, do you have a last question you want to ask Gabe?
Okay. So we've talked a lot on this show about how sound can be pleasurable. We talked about how your voice is an instrument. Have you ever played with sound and sensuality in a sexy way?
A little bit, not too much. Like I said, I feel very baby lately with my sex and kink. So, in some ways, like, you know, a partner, you know, whispers in my ear or is making sounds in my ear, or blindfolded one time and making noise around my head, and I'm trying to figure out what the thing is that's making the noise. Yeah. And then I think I'm really curious about that, like more noise in my ears. I think I'm also curious about using my voice as a form of
Erotica?
yeah, or even dominance, you know, like telling people what to do, or yeah, stuff like that. You know, it goes both ways. Like I can use sound to please, and I can use sound to receive pleasure.
Yeah. To express your own pleasure too, like the liberation of your voice.
Yeah.
Is so, it's such a turn on when you start just like letting yourself like exhale and like moan and like sing when it like that. My dog is barking. Sorry, guys. I've noticed that has been like such a turn on for me personally. Like, yeah. And like hearing someone else's pleasure is such a turn on. So it's just a fucking win-win.
Yeah. Right.
The best. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done a little bit of that. I think there is this like, I don't know, there's this weird conditioning in the male brain where you're like, oh, I can't make noise, I gotta be quiet. But I've broken out of that sometimes, and you know, let loose a little bit, and it feels good. It also feels vulnerable, like, and it's scary sometimes. But
I mean, it very much is framed like the way we've seen sex as the woman is like just going off, you know, and the man is supposed to be like just breathing heavily and maybe like small moans. Like remember we went to that tantric class together? And that was part of the experience, was like, how are we gonna feel into our breath and our voices to create more eroticism and pleasure for ourselves?
Totally.
Yeah, like it is breaking through patterns. It is releasing shame and fear around that, around your voice.
And I think it's sexy as hell to like hear and witness a partner or a playmate step into that vulnerability. And that's hot.
Yeah, to like allow like the pleasure to wash over them so much that like sounds come out you did not expect.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've had a few of those moments where I'm like, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah. My friend said her boyfriend made her sing the other night. She's like, I've never fucking experienced anything like that. I didn't know what was coming out of me. I was like, congratulations.
Do it again. Yeah.
More, please. Oh my God, I want to talk with you forever. Is there anything else you want to share about what you're working on or like hopes, dreams? Anything you want to offer the peeps?
Go get laid. Make more art. Go sit under a tree and follow your impulses because they usually will lead you into a good place. I think as long as you trust them, and trust others, even though it's hard to do sometimes, but yeah.
Love that. Gabriel, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
We love you. We look forward to having you back.
Yeah.
And we're
Anytime.
getting kinky in Minneapolis.
Yeah, we are. If there's no parties, we'll start them.
Yeah, we will.
Yes. Yes. Let's fucking go.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Love y'all.
Bye.
Love you too,
ya,
honey. I'll talk
bye.
to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye. What a gift this conversation was. If Gabriel's story or music moved you, go show him some love. We've linked all the things possible to get his music and his Instagram and dive more deeply into his catalog and his work. Then you can become a part of the incredible community growing around Freaque. They're pretty awesome. And if this episode opened something in you, share it with someone you love. Leave us a review, show us some love, and follow Pleasure Bound so you don't miss what's next. Until next time, stay curious, stay a little wild and weird, and remember, pleasure is medicine.
Drip for me. Tell me all you need. I'll give you raw dogs, feasting out your moon bone, lubricated vinegar. I want that drool to drip on me. Down my chin, down my neck, down my chest. Get it all on me. I want you my mess. Drip for me. Drip for me. Looking like a peach, dripping juice on my sheets. Neck to neck, stank, juice, love, bouillon beast. Down my chin, down my neck, down my chest. Get it all on me. I want you my mess. Drip for me. Drip for me. Dream about the best sweetness together. Oh, no, when I sign you pleasure.